Hey, Julia, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Yep. Hi, everyone. I'm Julia Levy. I like to say right now I'm a recovering talent acquisition exec. Just left corporate America and in decompressing, wanted to give back to our next generation and wrote a book, but 25 years plus starting out in recruiting, Vanna White. I don't know if everyone knows Vanna White. Started out in corporate recruiting, moved my way into talent acquisition operations, and then leading global talent acquisition functions, mostly at Fortune 500 or Fortune 1000 companies.
She's been around.
I've seen a lot.
I gotta say, corporate, it ain't for me. I couldn't cut it. I tried, and it was not for me.
Yeah.
But you know what is for me? Talent acquisition. I still absolutely love the space.
Yep.
I think it's really really cool that the way that you were talking about your book and like this effort of like giving back. I think that a lot of us care deeply
much.
about the work that we do, right? It's not just a job.
I've always, like, when the pandemic happened and so many people lost their jobs and couldn't work, I had started some LinkedIn Live sessions with different recruiters and had them come in, and it was just like an hour and a half open session to answer people's questions. I've always liked to show people behind the curtain about talent acquisition and help people find jobs. That's part of my why working in TA
Yeah.
is helping people find meaningful work and work they love, whether it's for the company I work for or somewhere else. And so that's part of what happened with the book was leaving corporate.
I love that we just keep patting our little baby.
Yes. I gave
Aw.
birth. But giving back and helping people, and especially this next generation, because all the news stories are, unemployment is at a higher rate for recent college grads, and having run campus recruiting programs or had teams that run campus recruiting programs, making sure at the companies I've worked for that we convert people into full-time jobs, and that's a feeder pool to our entry-level roles. It's really critical, and that's where I got the idea to write about internships.
I mean, I just had a breeze through ahead of this, and I gotta say, I really like your tone of voice. It definitely felt like you were sitting down and talking to me, and I don't know about other people, but it is just way more helpful, especially when I'm receiving advice from someone, to have them meeting me where I'm at. And I just felt like, at least with like what I was seeing, some of the suggestions and just high level takeaways, it was very practical.
Mm-hmm.
You're not trying to win a Pulitzer Prize with this. You're trying to help these people get where they need to go.
It was hard when I first started writing. I'm so used to writing in corporate tone.
Yeah, that's
and
what I mean.
corporate
Yeah.
voice that, like, I got several chapters done and then looked at it and said, no students
Who
want
am
to
I?
read this. Like, no
Yeah.
one wants to read this. And so I had to kind of take a step back and do some rewrites. And, like, if I were
You're sitting down with
talking-
your kids and their friends.
my
you
niece
know?
and nephews, right?
Yeah.
And saying, okay, this is what it's really like. And that is the approach I took with the book, is not sugarcoating it and not giving hacks. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of influencers are out there
Yeah.
telling you how to beat the system. I don't want to do that. I want to tell you how to work with the system, because the system is very slow to change.
I think that's super savvy. Like, there are a lot of people that are trying to get cachet with like hacking and breaking, and like, I mean, there's a time and place for those kinds of like pieces of advice. I have seen too many people who have tried the hustle, who have tried the just networking and hacking, and it doesn't work. And because they missed some really important steps, really, they just expected to do the stand out, and like to have somebody say, hey, kid, you deserve a job here. And there really is a lot more that goes into it. I mean, there's like systematic decision making. This is program level stuff, right?
Yep.
Especially in big corporate. So let me ask, in the book, do you make any references to, oh my God, what is it? Oh my God, I'm gonna lose it.
You laugh.
It's a video game, but it's not Call of Duty, it's the other one, the more cartoony one, not Halo. No, it's newer than Halo.
I mean, I have like some video game or like concert references, but I'm not necessarily.
I was gonna be like, are we trying to reference things that they're doing
a
that
little
we don't
bit,
know?
yeah, like video games.
Did it
board
make you feel old
games.
at all? Trying
Yes.
to connect, I'm
A
old.
little.
My brain doesn't even work.
Yeah. I have that open.
Fortnite, that's the
Yeah.
one. Jiminy Christmas.
I do have some little references peppered in like that to try and be a little more relatable because
Yeah.
I am, middle-aged. I'm not a Karen necessarily, but
Hey, Karens have feelings too.
I almost did a TikTok account, Careers and Coffee with Karen, but the negative connotations with Karen, I just decided to do hi to hired, hi the number 2 and hired. I just started some TikToking. We'll see if it sticks.
TikTokies.
We'll see if
I'm not
it
on
sticks
it.
with me.
I consume my TikToks as reels on Instagram like a
Yeah.
geriatric millennial.
Yeah. I'm a Gen X with millennial tendencies.
Okay.
So,
I just entered the 40 club. It was special. But I will say, genuinely, Julia, I had to just figure it out. I had no support. I had no help. I just went from one job to the next, and in some ways I'm still doing that. I mean, the last 5 years, this is my third job. And I think that having someone who has been there and done that and is willing to share what you've learned along the way, I think is really nice. You're doing a book signing this week too. Are you feeling like a celeb?
no, not at all.
You're like, I hope people come.
Right? Yeah. One of the other booths, I'm doing a book signing, and then I am Memphis Public Schools, I think, might be picking up my book. Not public
Really?
schools, sorry, library. Might be picking up the book, and I might do some sessions there. And I've got
So
a couple
cool.
other universities that I'm talking with to see if they'll pick up the book and trying to get the book in the school career centers and things like that. And I'm sure if you're a parent of a college student, this is a great resource for them.
I did see some of the quotes for a parent, a student,
Yep.
an intern. You were
Because let's be real,
you validated
if I'm
it with all of the audience.
Yeah. If I'm a college student, I'm going to spend my $20 out drinking or, doing something else than maybe buying a physical book, although there is an ebook version of it.
I'm
It's
an ebook.
likely a parent is going to
You got a good quote
buy
here
it for the
from
kids.
Marcy. This book is exactly what parents need to give to their students to help navigate this competitive landscape.
I talked with a lot of students. I talked with a lot of campus recruiters to understand kind of what the challenges are and what people are, struggling with.
Yeah.
And, tried to put that insider perspective from someone that's kind of built some of these systems to make sure. A lot of companies, we do try and convert people, as I said before. And there's a lot of influencers out there that are giving some really bad advice,
What?
right? Use AI and apply to 500 jobs in 10 minutes. And then no recruiter's going to look at that. And
No.
use AI as your co-pilot, not as the easy button.
Yeah. Let me ask you, what was something that because you came into this, you knew what you wanted to write about in general, you knew what you're trying to accomplish. What did you learn along the way?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I think having conversations with people, understanding the real challenges where they're getting stuck. I think I had some ideas of what was going on or what students are frustrated with, but definitely got some nuggets of insight. If I were still in a big corporation, I think there's things within our processes and tech stack.
Oh, interesting.
But it's really hard being at a big company when you're using some really large applicant tracking system softwares. Those softwares don't innovate quickly.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's going to be a challenge for large companies attracting this new generation, whereas smaller and mid-sized companies that are using applicant tracking systems and tools that are more nimble are going to win at the game.
Yeah.
I think the large employers are going to struggle more kind of keeping up with where AI and technology is going.
Interesting.
And we're still doing the same things. I was listening to some people talk at this conference yesterday, and it's the same problems that I was solving 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, right.
And
They're
so,
we have to do more with less. I'm like, oh, you mean before COVID?
yeah. Or just talking about the applicant tracking systems, when is that going to change?
Yeah.
And we're in this
All right, so
renaissance of AI.
We really are. I mean, it really is changing everything while everything stays the same, which is such a funny paradox that we're in. But if you then, after going through and doing all of this work to put this incredible resource together, you go back into your after you have detoxed enough, you go back in. What is one change that you want to prioritize in the system? Because I do think some of it does need to be hacked. Some of it does need to be broken.
Yeah.
What is one thing that you want to knock down?
I would love to be in an organization that might let me kind of blow up the processes
Interesting.
and think about things differently. Like the job description has not changed. It's like if you're buying a car and you see that window sticker, like they're
I
boring.
never know what to read about those, by the way. I'm
Right.
just like,
The job descriptions are the same. The employer branding is the same. Every company cares about their people. Every company, well, I was going to say values diversity, but in
That's not
today's, yeah, today's day and age, that might not be so.
they can be very performative about it.
Yeah. So, but I think that if I can get into an organization and really think differently,
Sure.
and I don't know what that looks like entirely yet, but I would love to kind of blow up some of the processes that I've helped build.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, for sure.
I've been a part of the problem, and that's part of why I want to give those insider insights to people.
I might get in trouble for saying this, but it's Purple Acorn, so we keep it pretty real. I do wonder if you will be more effective at that because of the years of experience that you have. I think a lot of people look at new, young leaders to break things, but if they don't understand things that well, they just make a mess.
Yeah.
And so I do feel my instincts, my spidey senses, my maternal instincts are telling me that I think you would have a really great steady hand at that. You wouldn't. I don't imagine you would just clear the table.
No,
Right?
yeah.
I think you still have to execute. Right.
I worked in a talent acquisition operations role for several years.
Yeah.
So I understand
street
the
cred.
behind the scenes and how things work.
Yeah. What it
And
actually gets done.
And I've always gone into those enterprise companies with that mindset of making what they have better.
Yeah.
But what they have is still pretty antiquated and the
No,
same.
and they cling to it for dear life.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best.
Thank you.
I am definitely going to come by and get my book signed.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm very excited to dig in.
And
Where
then-
can people find it?
Yep. So the book's on Amazon and at books. Well, I don't think it's in the bookstores yet, but you can order High to Hired on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, etc. And then you can follow me, Julia Levy, on LinkedIn and hi2hired.com. So yeah.
Hi to or
Hi, the number 2, hi2hired.com.
hi. All right. Well, thanks, Julia.
Thank
Dare I
you.
say
Bye, everyone.